In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how a supplier user, supplier is also a vendor, user, or also known as a seller, can register on RequestProposal.com. First, you click on the Register as Supplier button, and you will be taken to the supplier registration page. A couple of things to point out about this page. You need to have a few pieces of information ready. You need to enter your email address here, and when you register your email address, you become the account administrator for RequestProposal.com for your organization. Now, the account administrator is the only one that has access to pay the invoices and other functions such as that. And you need to make sure that that fact is okay with your operations department. The other thing is you need to have a secret question that you can remember the answer to and that only you can remember the answer to, because this can be used in the future for security purposes to retrieve account information if you've forgotten it. The other things that you need to know and have ready before you register is the company's EIN number. Now, you can only register on this as a supplier if you're a registered company with an EIN number. You cannot register as an individual supplier. The EIN is the employer identification number, usually provided by the IRS. If your company has a DUNS number is a number that's provided by a credit verification agency called Dun & Bradstreet. If your company has such a number, please have that ready. You need to know the industry that your company is in and the sector under that industry that your company is in. The number of employees, average number of employees, it doesn't have to be exact but approximate, and the annual gross revenues of the company. Also, in the initial registration screen, you will be asked to select an industry for which you want to submit proposals. For example, if your company is in the telecommunications industry, you will pick the company's main industry as telecommunications. However, you may not want to bid on projects in the telecommunications industry. You may want to bid on projects in the oil and gas industry because you want to provide telecommunication services to the oil and gas industry. That's where you would select an industry for proposal in the oil and gas industry. You also need to provide a description of company operations and read and sign the agreement. Now I've filled in this information for demo purposes, and this email address needs to be correct because this email address will receive a notification from requestproposal.com asking the user to activate the account, which is yourself. And you notice here that I've selected the company's main industry as telecommunications and the sector as mobile communications, but I want to make proposals on the oil and gas industry and the oil and gas producers as a sector. If you have any questions, you don't understand some of these fields, you can click on these question marks and it will tell you what to do. Now your description can be a lot longer than this, the company description, but this description is useful for buyers to evaluate your company. You need to again read and understand the agreement and the privacy policy, which you can click on and agree with it. Type in the capture control words and click next. What that will do is take you to a page, a thank you page, which has already sent an email to the email ID that you entered asking you to activate the account. So you click on OK here. Now, if you check the email which you entered as your email, you will see that you have received an invitation from Request Proposal asking you to activate the account. In most cases, you can just click on the link. But if you cannot click on the link because of your email system, you can copy this whole URL and paste it in your browser URL window, and you should be take you to the same spot. Click on this link in this case, and you will be taken to requestproposal.com, where you will be asked to activate your account, where first you will need to enter the same email ID that you had entered before, supplier1. Pick a password which has a combination of letters and characters and words that are not in the dictionary. I'm going to pick a simple one for now. It doesn't enforce the strength, but you should pick a strong one so no one can guess it. Read and agree to the terms and privacy policy again. Enter the captcha words. Click on submit. Your password has been changed and your account has been activated. Click on OK, and now you can log in as a supplier. Your user ID will be the email address that you entered in the registration page. And your password will be the password you picked in the activation page. Log in as supplier. And at this point, you will need to do one more thing, and that is select a membership level. The membership level you currently have 3 different levels. We will pick, say, the middle of the road level, which allows us to respond to 15 RFPs, basically write 15 proposals. One sector, one industry sector that you picked, up to $10 million with 10 users. Now this can change, but currently this is where it stands. Also, you can pick more sectors here. Since you picked the sector to respond to as oil and natural gas in the previous step, let's say if you want to pick more sectors to respond to, say electronic equipment, alternative energy, oil equipment, but each sector that you pick will add to your cost, and you'll see your total monthly cost reflected down here. You click on next, and you will be taken to the supplier dashboard where you can do a bunch of stuff, but that will be covered in a different video.